I'm Alex Morash, and let's queer up trans rights. Secretary Pete Hegseth sparks backlash after using anti-trans slur at Oshkosh Defense. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth has drawn intense backlash after using anti-transgender slurs during an address at military technology contractor Oshkosh Defense in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Speaking to factory workers and defense representatives, Hegseth outlined what he framed as a return to the warrior ethos within the Department of Defense, emphasizing an uncompromising focus on combat readiness and military legality.
Where we're restoring the warrior ethos, and that means a focus, an unrelenting, uncompromising focus on lethality. It means no more DEI. It means no more trannies, just training. It means colorblind, gender neutral, merit-based, back to basics across the board, no matter if you're carrying a rifle or you're working on the plant floor.
The Oshkosh address marks the second time in recent days that Hegseth has used the anti-trans slur during official public appearances, following similar rhetoric at a veterans fundraiser at the Iowa State Fair. Civil rights organizations, veterans advocates, and lawmakers immediately condemned the remarks, with federal lawmakers calling for Hegseth's immediate resignation or removal. Critics pointed out the fundamental contradiction in calling the department gender neutral and merit-based while using derogatory language towards transgender service members. Legal experts further note that Hegseth's public use of the slurs could jeopardize the department's defense in ongoing federal lawsuits challenging the military trans ban, as courts evaluate whether the restrictions stem from legitimate military necessity or unlawful prejudice. Well, I think I speak for everyone from the People's Republic of China for thanking Hegseth for continuing to decimate America's military readiness. I mean, just open the door to just American hegemony just being destroyed, Pete. Like, besides the fact that you're a bigot, you've also done a terrible job running the military. You can't do anything. Like, he's so focused on like this legality or like this like whole like male ethos. Oh, yeah. Meanwhile, like I'll go on TikTok and I'll see like they have these different Chinese companies that advertise, and then they now make this little it looks like a one of those things that you put on a ship for like a cargo container. Yeah. You can put it on a truck, and you know what's inside of it? An entire 3D printing facility to make military drones. You can just drive that wherever you want. That's what China's doing. Yeah. Meanwhile, we're busy with our ethos, our manliness. Good job, Pete.
Pete Hegseth, also known as Pastor Doug Wilson's personal enema. If this loathsome scumbag, this is Pete Hegseth when he's sober, I would hate to imagine to see what he was like when he was drinking.
Well, I think we also need, from an HR standpoint, I think we need to say, stay tuned for many class action suits after this term, and things turn bluer and bluer. I looked up and did a little research on the Department of Defense Code of Conduct, and just, unwelcome verbal, visual, written, physical, or electronic behavior that a reasonable person would consider offensive, or that creates an intimidating, hostile, or offensive work environment. Well, there you go. And it goes on and on. I mean, I could continue, but Pete, your days are numbered.
Well, my question for Pete is, like, if he's so manly and can do so much with our military, why haven't they opened up the Strait of Hormuz?
Yeah. Well, many questions to be answered and looked into, but there is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.